What's going on, everybody? This is Trevor here.
John.
We're here for Sadistic Pixel, and today we're going to be doing another DriveCast. This is episode 2 of millions that we'll be doing.
100 million.
Yes, millions. At the end of our lifetime, we'll be doing these when we're 80. That's right.
Yeah.
But if you're new to DriveCast, this is what we do. We sit in this truck, me and John here, and we talk about random shit that we come up with. And our first episode, John picked the topic, and it was a really good topic. You should definitely check out that episode. And for the second episode, because I'm not very creative, John has another topic for us. So, John, why don't you tell us about your topic for the second time in a row?
Okay, so my next topic, came up with at work, talked to a couple people about it, but me and Trevor have not talked about it yet, so it'll be kind of interesting to hear our answers. My question is, if social media was never came about, like no MySpace, which is old, no Facebook, Twitter, no nothing, like we still had to send letters to talk to each other.
Not even LinkedIn?
Well, yeah, how would I play Minecraft with y'all over the internet? But if that wasn't ever invented, and we still had to like send letters and stuff like that, how much difference would today's society be?
I think it would be.
You start off.
I think our life would be extremely different if we didn't have social media. And I'm not saying that in a bad sense either.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think social media has made a lot of people lazy in the terms of, talking to people. And it's good. It's a good thing. I think it has its pros and its cons. It's good. I can talk to Uncle Jim, down in Florida, with the click of a button. Not that I ever wanted to.
My Uncle Jim lives in Texas.
So you can talk to your Uncle Jim in Texas. I think that it's good for that, but I think it's also a nuisance in a sense. Like, for example, last night, when I was reading all these people on Facebook posting these privacy notices on their Facebook wall as if that's going to do something. It was something like along the lines of, as of January 4th, I do not allow Facebook to use my information in any form against me. Well, what does that mean? I'm sorry, that's just stupid. You don't post that. You post that to your Facebook wall. It's not going to make a difference. You sign your life away to these social media sites, whenever you sign up for them.
You sign your privacy away.
Well, yeah, your privacy away, not your life. But you know what I meant. It's like, I don't know, I think that social media has its good uses and its bad uses.
Well, people like that, especially that will believe social media is the reason people believe anything they see on the internet.
I totally agree.
There are so many death scares now because one person posts on Facebook, like and favorite this if you love Bill Cosby because he's dead now.
Yeah, exactly. And like that was another thing, like whenever, rest in peace, but when Robin Williams passed away, I first saw it on Facebook, and because of that, I was like, oh, I don't believe he really passed away. And I had to question it just to, see if it was real or not. And it turned out to be real, of course. And I miss the man. Yeah, rest in peace.
Well, it's like when me and Justin at work, we had when the Ultimate Warrior died, we just went on our last break, and he's like, dude, the Ultimate Warrior just died. And I was like, no, man, that's probably just like some stupid hoax. Yeah. I got on Facebook, I saw a few posts, I was like, okay, this isn't real. So of course I searched it, and
it turned out to be real.
Yeah, it turned out to be real. So I mean, social media has really made you question the legitimate things are.
Of stuff. Yeah. And it's not all. And that's just a smaller example too. I mean, like I say, it's made people lazy. It's almost like with me with texting all the time. It's taken the fun out of relationships with people. And I'm not just talking about you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend. I'm that kind of relationship. I'm talking about all of them. Like it's made. I can. This is going to texting too. It's made it to where I can talk to anybody I want at any time, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's also made some people lazy. It takes the let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? It takes the
enjoyment.
I guess out of actually talking to people.
Yes. Well, you remember what our buddy Josh told us one time, that he doesn't text a lot because he feels that it makes everything more personal whenever you see somebody, because you don't know everything that happened.
Yeah. And that's what social media has done, is taken a personal part of our lives away. You know, some people post to Facebook and Twitter all their personal, you know, private lives, and they get mad at people for taking their information when they're the ones who's putting it up there for people to see. You know, it's like, but at the same time, you know, social media is a good thing. I think our life would be a lot different without it. Yeah, we wouldn't be as connected. I agree. You know, there'd still be email, but you know,
our grandparents. Well, like my grandparents have told me all this stuff. Like their friends, it was like cool to go like to see your friends during the weekend or something like that, because you could talk, catch up, and then when you come back to school, if you didn't see them during that time you're off, you have like stories to tell, and like how they still stay connected now is like some of them stay connected through Facebook, but they mostly call each other, you know.
Well, yeah, and even heck, my grandparents, they still write letters. My granny still writes letters. My other grandmother, she sends out a card with a family picture in it every year, you know, for Christmas, holidays, and all that. I just
Brandon needs to send me a letter.
Yeah, I'll put you on her list next year. It's a very exclusive grandmother list that you have to get on to be on this list. You know,
to get on the
hardest list to get on in Grace County. But you know, like, I definitely think that, and I think that is something good that social media has brought. You know, is being able to be connected like that. But I think that people take it too far sometimes, and I think that people take it for granted. And I definitely think that, you know, in my opinion, now this may not be everybody else's opinion, but I definitely feel that social media should be slowed down a bit. But, you know, personally, me, I don't use it as much. We got a cop here. Let's see somebody get pulled over. Because
watching him get pulled over.
I don't use it as much. Oh, we got a
drug bust.
Ooh.
Yep,
DriveCast exclusive here. I don't know if you can see it or
Grace
not.
County drug bust.
But you know, with social media, that's me. I don't like to use it as much because I feel like it takes a personal part of my life away from me that I like to keep. I don't know.
Well, like you want to keep it. You're like, there's that certain someone on our Facebook that we like to not necessarily make fun of, but sort of make fun of, who she posts everything on Facebook. Like it'll be one of those things where like one day she's single, and like 5 minutes later she's not, and then 2 hours later she's single again. She's like, oh, why can't I find the perfect man? Well, because you post everything on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, you know, aunts who your Aunt Jenny, who finds out how cool Facebook is, and posts, oh, I'm going to eat lunch. Oh, my kid just threw up all over my car. Just got some coffee.
That's what Twitter's for.
Yeah. I don't even want to see that on Twitter, but
I don't either. But that's what it started out as.
And you know, another thing that can be good, you know, because I feel like I've been sitting here bashing social media the whole time. Another good thing that comes out of it is, you know, news gets transferred a lot faster due to social media. Like, I mean, a lot of people say they don't like using Twitter for their news, but a lot of people that I follow on Twitter is to get news, you know, and of course I have my own personal things that I like to follow people on Twitter for, like, you know, game developers and, you know, stuff like that. You know, a couple of people that, you know, I have talked to. Like, I've done an interview with somebody a while back whenever I had my first website that didn't go over too well. But I did an interview with a iOS developer. Well, he's more of a designer, but he does some programming too. But, you know, that was really neat. I was able to use Twitter to get in touch with this guy and talk to him and do an interview with him. And, you know, I learned a lot from it. And so I think that's definitely some positives of social media. But
one of the very few.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
There's more, and it's but like in terms of how different would our life be today. I mean, yeah, people would still be using, you know, email a lot more, and it would be a lot more personal.
Yeah, very,
you know, instead of messaging a girl or, you know, a guy on Facebook, to talk to them first or to get their number, you'd still be asking them out in person.
Yeah, you'd be walking up.
I think that's a big difference nowadays. It takes away that. I mean, a first impression can mean anything on a relationship. So like
and you can't get a first impression over the web.
No, you can't. I mean, you sending a smiley face, a big smiley face, is not what's gonna show this person who you are. I don't know. That's just me. I like things at a lot more personal level. I'd rather talk to somebody face to face, or even over. I would call somebody. And of course, there's nothing wrong with a text. But if I have like a big, longer question or conversation, I'd rather talk to somebody face to face, number one, and then maybe if I have to, over the phone. But I'd do that any day over a text or a Facebook message or a Facebook status or Twitter. I still need to stop bashing Facebook, because I do use Facebook, and you should definitely like our page on Facebook.
Yeah.
But
shameless plug.
Yeah. But in terms of how different our lives would be, I think it would be very different.
It would be. Well, your thing about social interactions is really what spills over. It would be so different. It would be so much easier if I didn't grow up in an age with MySpace, and which my first social media page was a MySpace page, and then I heard about Facebook, so I moved over there. But it would be so easier to interact with people outside. Like, I don't have trouble going up to, because now since I've done public speaking in college, I can just walk up to anybody and talk to them about anything.
Right. I still give my speeches, occasionally I just walk up to strangers and give a speech.
Yeah. Well, Trevor, that's not what I'm going for.
Right.
But that's another thing. So, college classes have helped me a lot, but social media did not help me in high school. It hindered me more than anything, because I could, if I wanted to know, ask somebody a question, I didn't have to go up and ask them. I could message them on Facebook. If I needed to know something, message on Facebook.
Right, and that's good and bad. I mean, like, I'm guilty of that too,
Well, for long distance things, like if I wanted to talk to my Uncle Jim, and I lost his number, got a new phone, lost his number, I could message him on Facebook.
I mean, yeah.
But up until college, I just was absolutely terrible at talking to anybody, especially women.
Yeah. I'm
saying I'm great now, but
I still am terrible at talking to anybody.
Yeah, but walking up to, but since social media, it's really hard. Like if even my brother in high school relationships now, it's like, I'm going to text her and ask her this. I'm going to Facebook her. I'm going to like her picture on Instagram.
Yeah, I know, it's the new generation thing.
Yeah, so, and like you see all those funny Onion posts where it's like, oh, well, social interaction, people gather around a table for Thanksgiving to text thanks to stuff.
Yeah,
nobody talks to each other anymore.
Come home for the holidays to be on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the worst. I could talk about that one. I'm guilty of it, I'm not going to lie, but I could talk about that one all day.
Well, yeah. Life without texting will have to be another one, or life without phones.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Smartphones even.
Life without the internet.
Yeah, oh God. You wouldn't even be singing this, but that'd be it for another episode.
What would we do?
We'd just be talking to ourselves right now into a camera. But, anyway.
People would probably frown upon. They probably frown upon it around here anyway, but who cares what they think?
I don't care. But,
Trevor, you basically hit on every single one of my points. The good thing about Facebook is you can talk to people you haven't seen in a long time. That's how my parents use Facebook. They do not use it to contact other people,
right,
like most people, like our generation does. They use it to get in touch with the people that they can't see anymore.
Yeah, and it keeps you connected, and that's good. But I think that there should definitely be a line, and there should be. That's where I'll end this. My argument is that there should definitely be a line that people should draw with social media, and that's where I'll end that.
And I completely agree with you, and I can't really think. You had a positive, but you hit my positive, and I can't think of another positive, because it's basically like, like you said, you can get your news quick. When that plane crashed in Lyon County, I knew 5 minutes after it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when they first got the report, I knew, because I saw notification on my Facebook.
And that's a positive. Like I say, you know.
Yeah, like we can learn something that happened across the world in a couple minutes. But is it worth it? Because everything gets thrown out of whack. Like you don't know what's the truth and what's not.
There just needs to be a line. I mean,
science gone too far.
But there just needs to be a line. But anyways, guys, you know, let us know what you think. Should there be a line between your personal life and your social media life, or if that's what you want to call it?
Your online life.
We agree that there should be, but hey, maybe you don't. Tell us why. We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear. We are arriving at our destination now, which is a Walmart.
Yay.
And so that will be our conclusion to this DriveCast. Guys, always thank you for watching. Let us know what we can do better, what we can do different. If you have a topic idea, please send it to me.
Let us know.
Leave it in the comments. You can send me an email off the website. Just let me know. As always, guys, thank you for watching so much, and be on the lookout for next week's DriveCast.
Leave a like and a favorite.
Exactly. Yes, everything. It really helps us out.
It really does. And one more thing. Go Ducks.
We'll see you guys next week.